All right, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at this new tool that one of you pointed out that I should check out. So really cool. I'm going to be checking this out. I appreciate when you guys do leave feedback or comments in the comment section of tools that you're aware of that you would like me to take a look at and review. I do try to get to as many of them as I can. Sometimes if it's just completely not interesting to me or just a little bit outside of the realm of the software that I review, I kind of pass it up. But definitely when it has to do with AI, I want to take a look at it. But sometimes I'll take a look at something within 5 minutes and I just don't even, something turns me off about the tool, so I just won't review it. I won't choose to. So this one looks very interesting and I've already been messing around with it. So appreciate the person that recommended Claude AI. Not sure I'm pronouncing that right. Of course, all these AI tools, you could pronounce them 10 different ways, but that looks like, I think of Jean-Claude Van Damme. That looks like Claude.ai. So that's the way that I am going to pronounce it. But you can see that I've already done some stuff. I'm going to show you what I've done, and then we're going to go ahead and presume with our testing. One thing to be aware is that this tool, for the time being, for the moment, is free to use. They don't tell you how much, word count or credit that you will be able to use per month. But so I don't really know what the limits are, right? Like if you can push this like crazy and use it 8 hours a day for a month, like eventually it could get shut down or shut off. I'm sorry. There really isn't a way to look at anything like your, how many words you've used or anything like that. So I'm not going to worry too much, but there are some very interesting things that this can do that right out of the box. It doesn't have plugins that you can install or anything like that. So it kind of reminds me a little bit of ChatGPT's earlier days about 8 months ago, but it's coming to the market with a little bit more. I think it writes automatically in kind of a very kind of first person type. Of course, you can tell it to write in third person. You can basically tell this thing to do anything you want, and it's going to mostly do it, which is super, super cool. So let me get started. One really cool thing right off the bat, I think it's cool to highlight probably one of the most unique things that Claude.ai can do. Remember, I don't know if I just mentioned this, but this is free to try. So you guys can go right over to Claude.ai and go sign up right now to go check this out for free. And I don't even see any paid memberships or anything like that. So eventually, this will, probably end up being some type of paid program as well, but they would need to get people on the platform first, right? And get feedback and so forth. So we can tell it to do what we want, message Claude or search past chats. But what I did over here was I clicked this and I uploaded a file that looks like this. I uploaded my CSV file right here, where I'm doing some product research for Amazon, right? So I've got all this data right here from a software tool called Jungle Scout. And I wanted it to analyze this. And you can see that I did highlight all the ones that it already told me to go after. Now, keep in mind, this is already a list that the software I'm using already has identified as amazing products to go and review. This is one of my other businesses that I'm running. It's the Amazon Influencer program that I'm just kind of getting started with. But I uploaded that right here. And then I just kind of told it, let's see, where is it? Summarize this PDF. Where is it? Top 10 Amazon products for review. Yeah, right here. So top 10 Amazon products for review. So I uploaded this and then I said start, and here's what I told it to do. Please analyze this CSV file and tell me, let me zoom in for you guys real quick. There we go. Please analyze this CSV file and tell me which 10 items are best to order and do product review for the Amazon Influencer program, right? So I told it very specifically what I want it to do with that file. You can see right here, here's the Jungle Scout CSV file. It came back and said, based on the data in the CSV file, here are the top 10 ASINs I would recommend for product reviews in the Amazon Influencer program. And then it literally listed them. It says, like these ones are wireless earbuds with very high sales volume, reviews, and commission. And that basically ends up being, right here, I guess, good reviews. I don't know what reviews means right here. Right over here, it's saying decent sales, high sales. So it's picking it from different criteria. It would probably be better to prompt it to pick, and I'm sure it will probably do it. If the more specific you are on your prompt up here, you could basically, in a nutshell, you're basically filtering you're using a prompt to do the filtering for you. I see this as a great tool for people that might not be good with Microsoft Excel. I am very, very good with Microsoft Excel. We'd be able to put a filter on up here. We could do a data. We could highlight this. We could do a data sort. We could do all kinds of different things to get to the data that we're looking for right over here. We could write our own specific Excel prompt or code right here to do different things for us. But I could see how this could be quicker and easier just to upload a file and tell it, exactly how you want it filtered. Hey, can you filter, for example, let's do one real quick. So if I come over here and say I want it to filter reviews between 50 and 100, right? So we want 50 and 100. So I'm going to go close this. I'm going to push save. And then I'm just going to say, now give me all the items that have between 50 and 100 reviews. And we'll push enter right here, and we'll see if it can draw from this file over here and give us what we want. So here are the ASINs with the CSV file I have over. So we have Cable Matter Surge Protector, 71 reviews. We have Bluetooth headphones by POC Buds, 329 reviews. So it didn't do it right here. That one's incorrect, that one's incorrect, that one's incorrect, that one's incorrect. So it didn't really do it with that advanced prompt, right? I said specifically give me 50 to 100 reviews, and it only gave us 1, 2. It only gave us 2. So you'd have to play with this. I'm sure it's going to get better and better, but the AI is not perfect in this perspective. But I do think that they're onto something with being able to upload different files. You're also able to upload PDFs. You can come up there to the menu, but you can upload PDFs, text files, CSVs, and etc. So pretty cool stuff. But here's some other stuff that I did, like a course outline template right here. And I told it to give me a 1-hour course outline on how to create and sell online courses. It did a really good job. It broke it down by the 5 minutes, and it actually, choosing your niche right here, planning your course, creating your course content, building your course platform, marketing your course, launching, and so iterating your course. So it did a really good job with that. It answered it very specifically. And now let me show you it in use. Now, one really cool thing is, to answer your question, does this search the internet? Well, I did use YouTube video blog review. I think I tried to do this and it did not. Let me look over here real quick, what I put up here. It is giving us a lot of text, and it can do a good job with writing longer blog posts in the first run. And that's where I think that it's better than ChatGPT. But I did say, hey, take this YouTube URL and create a blog post from it. But then this was like one of my videos over here. And then it messed up, right? Review of baking home goods sourdough right here. So I don't think that it can quite scrape yet, but at the same time, so it wasn't able to grab a YouTube video and then create a blog post from it, which is, I think, where, AI writers are going, and the best ones can do that. But it did do a good job answering the top 5 air purifiers on Amazon. It came right up here, and we can see if we just highlight. I wish that there was a thing that said how much text there is, but it is very much like ChatGPT. You do have some manualness to it that you have to have. It does tell us there's 1497 words right there. Let's see how close that is. That's 1222 words. So this is actually not correct right there as well, but it still wrote a 1200 word article right out of the gates for us. And I already went and checked all these. And look, it does a key features right here. It does a pros and a cons for each one. And then it goes and grabs the next one right here, a next one right here, and then right here. But see like how it says number 2. Okay, yeah, so it's doing a countdown. I checked every single one of these, and they are relatively in the top 20. And if you type this query into Google and go to an article, you're going to see a lot of these do show up. So it actually did, in a sense, write a updated article on the top 5 air purifiers on Amazon. So I was impressed with the way that it was able to do that. Okay. So overall, pretty cool stuff. Let's go and grab our topic real quick, and we'll go into Claude and I'll show you kind of how it works. We're just going to say write an SEO optimized blog post that is 1,500 words in length about, and then I'm just going to go boom, the top 10 ways to make money online in 2023, and I'm going to push enter. And then you're going to see how it writes. It just boom. It just goes to town immediately. The difference between what it's doing right now and if I compared this to Agility or some of those other tools like Koala and stuff, that's going to, in ZimWriter, right? It's going to take 5 minutes or longer for those softwares to create the post because it's doing something in real time. It's actually going out and searching the internet and it's grabbing content to educate the AI on how to write the blog post and what to include in the blog post. And then, and only then, will it start writing. You could see that the way that it started writing this one, it immediately just started writing. So that tells me that it probably is not doing any live scraping, because even if we did this in ChatGPT right now with plugins enabled and everything, it definitely would take some time for it to search and scrape the internet using some of those plugins and so forth, right? So definitely, I'm not really sure I can say that this is better than ChatGPT with its capability of writing updated content. And of course, we'd have to spot check, we can read this. Making money online has never been easier thanks to a wide variety of opportunities afforded by the internet, one from launching an online business. I'm just going to kind of read through this. It does include, and I do like that, it does include 2023 several times, which is good. Side hustle, boost your current income. This blog will explore the top 10 ways to make money online in 2023. Top 10 ways to make money online in 2023. It did do a good job including that exact term again, which is super cool, outlining how each method works, who it's best suited for, and the tips for getting started. Read on to find new ideas to monetize your passions and skills this year. One of the most lucrative ways. So it says launch an online course, start a blog, sell digital products, become a freelancer, provide freelance services. It is diving pretty deep into these, and that's something that a lot of times we don't get with ChatGPT. It is giving us a pretty nice length article, and it's asking some questions at the end. So overall, I think it's a pretty good quality that we're getting out of a blog post. I'm going to go over here and just kind of highlight and see how many words that it gave us. So it gave us a 1,300 word article. Would have to do some testing to see if I wanted it to more and I said 2,000 words, would it really, would it give us 1,700 words or something? It doesn't seem like it quite meets the exact word count that we're asking for, but the fact that it's giving us well over 1,000 words in one post, I think it actually wins with creating a standard blog post in comparison with ChatGPT. Not really trying to compare to ChatGPT, but it's very similar. It is a chat-based AI writing program. But I do think that another really cool thing, let's go over here just for fun. I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to go over, and I know that this is irrelevant, so you don't have to really say that this doesn't matter or anything. Just for fun, I like to do this sometimes with content, and I've been getting really good scores in some of my testing. I got this up to 60% without even telling it to do any kind of special writing to make it more human-like or anything like that, right? So the fact that it's not registering at just 0% original is kind of cool. So it does have a higher originality score than most AI writers. So that's kind of cool. It's just something that's interesting, but I know that it doesn't matter what these numbers are, but some people might be curious to see how it would perform. I'm going to go ahead and log into my Readable account. I purchased this account as a way to get just a grade on the actual text. You can see it measures a ton of different things, but it's overall going to give us an overall score. And the fact that it's giving us a B with 1,300 words of content is actually pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and mark up we're going to go over here, and I'm going to say that this first score is actually an 80, which is cool. We're going to go and paste this into Grammarly right here, and we'll see what we get with Grammarly. So we get a solid 94. Obviously these with giant lines of text right here, we would probably want to change that. It's actually recommending to create that into a list, which is cool. but we got a 94, not bad. So I'm going to go over here and throw this 94 score in right here. And then we're going to go to Neuron Writer. And Neuron Writer is awesome. If you want to go pick this up, I believe it's still available on LTD on AppSumo. I can leave a link below. If you want to go pick up Neuron Writer, it's my favorite content optimization, SEO optimization software. You definitely want to get it while it's available. You can go pick this up with a link below. We're going to come and check this out. And I'm just going to go to this right here. And I'm going to let it reset. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and paste the article inside there. And I don't know if this has, the fact that it doesn't have any H2s or anything like that, if that's going to impact the score or not, but we have a 37 right there. Not good. I'm not sure if, for example, launch a course right here, if we make this an H2, maybe I'll just go through and see if, I guess I'm going to answer my own question by doing this real quick. It does matter. Okay, so the formatting does matter. I do want to try real fast. I'm going to come back over here and write again, but make it in markdown format with H2s and H3s. Let's see if it can handle that query, and it does, absolutely. So that's pretty smart tech right there. I like that. So let's see, making money online has never been easier. Let's just come back up here. Okay, cool. Probably would only be fair to copy the new one. So it actually bolded this whole thing right here. I'm not sure if it's because it's trying to do that for the snippet, but we'll be back. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, but certainly we'll wait till it's done, and then we'll go and retest these scores to see if we can get higher scores, because we are getting the better formatting. Not really sure why it's doing all this bolding right there. Okay, so it just got done. I'm gonna go ahead and just copy that real quick. I'm gonna paste it in. It did not, okay. I guess I have to go to a markdown to HTML converter, paste that in. The word counter was 1315 on this one. So I'm going to copy that and come back over here. Just want to see if we are going to get the same scores over here. If it goes lower, I'm not going to change it. So 94, same score, B, yep. And then finally over here, doing all that just to fix this, but we should get a lot better score than oh yeah, there's our 57 right there. So that's a nice solid score. I'm not sure why there's so much bold. You'd probably want to fix that. Or we could even say don't bold sentences or something like that. But overall, pretty impressive on the quality of the content that it's able to display or come up with. So that was a 57 on that one. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and go do my other two tests. What I do is I come over here, I'll grab these other two right here and go through the process, and then I'll show you what scores I get real quick. Let me pause the video real quick. All right, just wanted to show the Neuron Writer score for how to build muscle on a ketogenic diet, or a keto bodybuilding diet. 59, pushing a 59 right there, right out of the box without doing anything else, is pretty darn nice. So getting some good scores. I'm going to go and do the final test right over here, how to wash a car at home. Also worth noting that the text was, let's see right over here, it was able to write a 1,548 word blog post, well written in the first run. Right here, look, in the very first run, it wrote this entire blog post in one run with a ton of bullet points. I really like how it uses bullet points. I'm going to add to my prompt over here on my right hand side. I'm going to say include a key points section at the beginning, like many popular blogs do. Okay, so I added that. So we're going to go and do our final one real quick. I'm going to go and just grab that. I'm going to copy our prompt. I'm going to come back over to the Claude main menu, and I'm going to put that whole prompt in there, and I'm going to say boom. And you can see it just immediately goes to work. Here are the key points, and it's doing it right at the beginning. Might want to, it seems like you can be very specific about your prompting, and I like that. We're jumping into the introduction right there. This is telling us what our key points are. Up here, if we wanted to, if you're particular, you could say right after the introduction, please include a key points section. With further testing, I can go ahead and do that. It seems like you could actually have this formatted to write exactly the way that you want it to. It's already doing. So we didn't get the title in this one, unfortunately. So let's see if I actually want to stop this and redo it. I'll come right back. Perfect. I fixed the prompt. How to wash your car at home without leaving water spots. Introduction: washing your car at home can be a great way to save money compared to taking it into a professional car wash. However, it can be frustrating when you spend a lot of time washing your car only to have it covered in water spots when it dries. Water spots not only look bad, but can also damage your car's paint over time. The good news is there's some simple techniques you can use to wash your car at home without leaving behind water spots. In this blog post, we'll go over everything you need to know to get your car looking shiny and spot free after washing it yourself. Key points, here you go, guys. There's your key points right after the introduction. Here's what I did with the prompt. I said, do not bold full sentences. It's not doing that anymore. Include key points section after the introduction, like many popular blogs do. The blog post title is boom. So there's our prompt, and we're getting exactly what we want. Can you imagine the prompt that we could come up with on writing review posts and so forth? You can go, I'd have to fiddle with this more, but I don't know if we'd be able to get live information from like an Amazon product page, but certainly you'd be able to use other tools to highlight that and then bring it in here and have a really nice advanced prompt that it's going to write a blog post exactly like you want it to, with the exact structure. One thing that I will say that this wins over ChatGPT, in my opinion, is the length of the post that this is able to create in the first run is very, very impressive. We have our key points, supplies that you need. So here's all the supplies. It's very intelligently gave us our supplies. Now we can start. Step 1, rinse your car, wash your car, thoroughly rinse off with soap, use a leaf blower to help dry, hand dry with microfiber towels, apply car wax or sealant, move car to shade. Common mistakes, it even added that in. We didn't even have an FAQ section. We could have also told it to add an FAQ. I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and we'll go and do our testing. I'm going to do one more of these real quick, just for fun. I know that I got a good score earlier. I just want to do one more scan and see if we can get this. So it did. This is nice. It's a word checker as well. So we got the 1,200 words, 27% original. And then we're going to go over here and now do our testing right over here. Yeah, I know this is a long video, but I wouldn't have it any other way, right? You guys are just hanging out with me, seeing how this tool performs. Dang, we got a 95 on that one. Let me come back up over here. How to wash your car. So you can see I have this all primed and ready for testing, and I do have the meta in here correctly right here. The description does not move the needle. I've tested it several times. The description does not change the score, so I don't have that filled out. I'm going to delete that. I usually let this go down to 15, and then we're going to, whoops, I need to, for some reason, that markdown, we really do have to come over here and do this one extra step. I'm not sure. I don't think you have to, I don't remember having to do this in ChatGPT. So, there's always just a couple different things that you may have to do that's different. Each tool is going to have its advantages for sure and disadvantages for sure. So I'm going to come back up here and see what we get. So we got a 60. I think we just pulled our highest score with this tool right out of the gate, pulling a 60. There's only one red right there, lots of green. I mean, that is awesome. I'm sure we could even do more with the prompting in here, but that is pretty cool. So what did we get? We got an A grade. Are you kidding me? What was the length of this post? This is a 1,200 word post and we pulled an A. I rarely see A's in this software readable. Right out of the gates, we usually do not see a score like that. So we got an A right over here. So I'm just going to go put that in right here. That's a 90. And then our Grammarly score was a 95. So I'm going to put the 95 down. And then our Neuron Writer score was a 60. And this is without doing anything to the content, right? So I'm going to go ahead and add these up real quick, do the drop, and boom. So now we have our clear new winner between the ones that I've started these new testings on. This one is not, available on AppSumo or anything like that. This is also a free tool right now, which I'm pretty impressed with, I must say. This is Claude AI. It's free right now. You guys can go check it out. Pulling some really good scores right over here. Very high scores in Neuron Writer right over here. I pulled my first A score in Readable and very solid in Grammarly right there. So overall, this is a really neat tool that it looks like it's capable of doing just about anything that you want it to do. It will basically just do whatever you tell it to do. Very, very much like ChatGPT right here. This is probably, if we're looking at, I'm not talking about if I'm not talking about agility and koala and specifically blog writing, but I'm talking about just the capabilities of AI content generation. This might be a bold statement, but this might be the second best that I've seen runner up be underneath ChatGPT. And I think there's a lot of promise and a lot of really cool things going on with this. I don't know what the Anthropic right there is, but Claude AI, very, very impressed with this. Go check it out. Thanks for asking me to check this out. I was impressed with this tool. I'll see you in the next video.